Hi everyone, Bernard here. I hope you're all staying safe and well, and welcome to my film and TV channel. I hope you enjoy what I've got for you today, and please check out as you're watching this little links on screen as well for different things on my Facebook and Twitter, and of course my football channel as well. And please, all your comments are very welcome. Just let us know and push that subscribe button. Don't forget, please push the subscribe button. Make sure your notifications set to public as well if you want to know when these vlogs are coming out. Push that notification button as well. So anyway, please enjoy. Right, today we're going to look at a post-apocalyptic drama. That's how you say it, apocalyptic. Yeah, a television series developed by Eliza Clark based on a comic book series from about 20 years ago. I think this first came out of the same name. And we're going to have a look at Why the Last Man. This is by Brian K. Vaughan and Pia Guerra. It premiered on September the 13th, 2021 on FX. On Hulu as well, so there you go, and takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where a mysterious cataclysmic, we're throwing these at us today, event simultaneously, a lot of words struggling here today, killed every mammal with a Y chromosome. There you go, but for one man, well, one man that we know of at the moment, but I think they're fibbing a little bit. Yorick Brown, yeah, he's played by Ben Stetzer, and his pet monkey Ampersand. Yeah, you always got to have a pet monkey, haven't you? This is it won't be a series without one. Yeah, this series will follow Yorick as he traverses the new world. So we've sort of seen this before, haven't we? As its survivors struggle with their losses and attempt to restore a world society led by Yorick's mother, of course, who is the new US President Jennifer Brown, pretty well played by Diane Lane. This also stars Ashley Romans as Agent 355, Yorick's bodyguard on this wonderful journey. Olivia Thirlby as Hero Brown, Yorick's sister. She's a paramedic, not overly nice paramedic, but certainly not to start off with anyway. Juliana Campfield is Bev DeVille. She's Yorick's girlfriend. Elliot Fletcher as Sam Jordan, a trans man and Hero's best friend. Here we go, yeah, because it's all the Y chromosomes, so you can have trans and all this sort of thing. It gets a little bit, well, not confusing, but a bit messy. Marin Island stars as Nora Brady. She's a press advisor to the deceased US president, who's still hanging on in there. Amber Tamblyn as Kimberly Campbell Cunningham, the daughter of the deceased US president and a best-selling author, of course she is. Diana Bang, there's a good name, as Dr. Alison Mann, yeah, a geneticist that President Brown sought out in hopes to save humanity. Yeah, I think she's putting for some quirky light relief. Doesn't quite work, unfortunately. All these reviews and scores are at 29th of September 2021, 8 AM UK time. Yeah, it's getting okay reviews. Rotten Tomatoes, a rating of 7 out of 10, so that's quite good based on 46 critics' reviews. John Doyle didn't like it so much, so he's from the Globe and Mail. He gave it a rotten review. He said, yes, perhaps it was a rueful joke in the original comic books that the future of the male species depends upon the utterly uninteresting, immature Yorick, but here that twist is taken very seriously. The weight placed upon the character is just ludicrous. Keith Phillips, he was fresh on this. He's from the TV Guide. This offers a vision of a world turned upside down, but one in which often troublingly many of the pieces have landed in the same spots as before. And the consensus on the website from all the critics, this makes a few key updates to its source material and boasts a number of incredible performances, but this highly anticipated adaptation can't help but feel like a bit of a letdown in a world full of dystopian realities. Metacritic, the other site we'll look at, a weighted average 63 out of 100, so a little bit down on Rotten Tomatoes, but again, just over that watchable mark, 63 out of 100. That's based on just 26 critics' reviews. And 14 of those critics were positive, and the other 12 were mixed. We didn't have any negatives, so that's not too bad, is it? And it scored anywhere between 40 and 80 out of 100. The Washington Post, Inku Sang didn't like it. Inku Kang even didn't like it very much. Gave it 40 out of 100. My apologies there, I'm missing my words. Season 1 review, so they got to watch it all. I didn't. I've watched half of it when I've done this little review. I thought, well, I can't wait till the end. It takes forever. But the Season 1 review from the Washington Post, there's just not enough here to distinguish it from any number of post-apocalyptic entertainments we've had in previous years, other than the gratingly single-minded protagonist. A world with almost no men has so much potential, but this one is squandered on its mostly lifeless characters. IndieWire, though, Kristen Lopez, they liked it a little bit more. 75 out of 100. That's a good mark. This is a season 1 review again for the full lot. This works in pieces, and with the establishments of its first season, it's easy to see where things could be stronger as it goes on. Episode 3 is a great piece of television. Lane, Tamblyn and Romans are stellar and worthy of anchoring this show on their own. If only there could be a stronger balance between the authenticity and the action, then we'd really be cooking. Yeah, not gushing, but okay. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public, you and me. It's not done too bad. Averaging 6.4 out of 10 based on 4,603 scores and reviews left. And it scores the episode score anywhere between 6.8 and 7.4. But it is noticeable they do deteriorate in score as the episode goes along. And I can't disagree with that, to be honest with you. Of that 4,603, 3,418 scored it 6 or more. So quite an impressive 74% of people gave it a positive review. So, my little thoughts on it. Well, what I did really want to like this, I'll tell you that now. But it's not a bad series, but it just, for me personally, isn't very good. I don't know how they managed or how they did it really to cram so many unlikable female characters and one horrible male character into the early episodes. And this takes some doing, to be honest with you. You should be looking out for the characters. I should be sticking up for the characters who are facing this devastation, this horrible thing that's happened from the first episode. But personally, I was sort of struggling to sort of warm to any of them, which sort of ruins the overall watching of a series like this if you don't like the characters. And just to say, 5 episodes down the line, there's probably 1 or 2 that I don't mind. But to be honest with you, I'm still not cheerleading for the rest of them. To be honest with you. So that is a problem for me personally when I watch these things, because I have to invest in characters to enjoy, because it's very character driven. The action scenes when you get past the first episode are intermittent, to say the least. I said the very first episode, yes, I would definitely score a 7.5 out of 10, something like that. It's really excellent, but after that it does become a bit of a mixed bag. And even for a science fiction film, which is obviously set now, if you like, it's not set way into the future. It just sort of pushes the boundaries of what may actually happen in the real world and in this situation. Sometimes it just gets a bit silly and daft. I mean, this is a world where obviously the Y chromosome's been wiped out, if you like, so possibly over half the population of the planet's been wiped out. But you've still got big cities in America where literally it's just like The Walking Dead, where there's nobody around. It doesn't make any. It's a science fiction. It's not supposed to make sense, but you want a little bit of realism. And to me, it's just a little bit lazy and a little bit daft to do it like this. But that's again a personal opinion. The attempts at humour don't quite work either. As I said, obviously they bring the doctrine in about episode 4 or 5, and quirky, one of these sort of, obviously a quirky scientist, a bit weird, which obviously but it's played for a bit of laughs as well. But any humour in this doesn't quite. There's no real humour. It doesn't quite work, and these quirky characters don't really help it along as such, and you need a little bit of lightness in these sort of things to make them more watchable. It never quite gets going, certainly not by episode 5 anyway, which is halfway through. There's 10 episodes of this, but it's one of those things that there is enough, yes, to keep me sort of watching up to episode 5. As I said, it's a sort of downhill thing from that very first episode. But I'll be honest with you, if they cancelled it tomorrow, I wouldn't care that much, to be honest. It wouldn't worry me. I wouldn't think, oh dear, I missed that. It's just stumbling along at the moment. I want a little bit more from it. Although, as I said, it's not a total disaster, but you just think it could be a little bit better, and it's not really any better to what we've got out there. I mean, I tend to go back and watch episodes of Z Nation and Walking Dead probably, rather than go back to this, to be honest with you. And that's what it's up against. Let's be honest about it. And it also took me back. It's quite funny. If you're here in the UK, you'll know the two Ronnies. sketch show, comedy show back in 1980 and onwards. And of course, they did have a little mini series within that called The Worm That Turned, and it was set in the future. So obviously, it was set in 2012. It would have been funny if it had been 2021, wouldn't it? But there you go. And of course, Britain was controlled by women, and men were the lesser thing. So not exactly the same sort of thing, but I must admit, I would probably say to seek that out, have a look at that, because I thought that was certainly far more entertaining than this has been so far. But hey, I'll stick with it. We'll stick with it, see how it goes. I say it's 10 episodes. Perhaps for the next 4 or 5 I watch will start kicking on and being a bit of an improvement. But at this point in time, halfway through the series, I'm only going to give it my sat on the fence sort of rating of 5.5 out of 10. I certainly won't put anyone off watching it. There's still some okay stuff in it, but it's just not really sort of hitting the mark as it should do. Certainly not sort of getting me hooked, and that's the thing. As I said, if they cancelled it tomorrow, it wouldn't bother me either way. But if you watch this and you like it, as I say, it wouldn't surprise me. It's okay. It's okay for what it is. I expect a little bit more in this day and age, so for a sort of what's the word, all singing, dancing thing, which this is, and a lot of promotion, a lot of bells and whistles going on with it. But great actors, don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with the acting side of it. That's okay. Just horrible characters in the main. That's the only problem. Anyway, thanks for watching. What do you want to do rest of the day? Have a great one. Catch yourselves, catch your friends, and catch your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Till we meet here again on the Film and TV channel. Or perhaps have a look. Please have a look at my football channel, the Citizen channel, if you get a chance. If not, I will meet you back here on the Film and TV channel ASAP. And all I ask you to do is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.